Hello and welcome to What's So Great About the podcast that has questions of science, science of progress.
Ooh.
Oh, take me back to the start. My name's Terry.
My name is Andy.
You're throwing me all off completely.
You say, Andy, how the hell are you?
Andy, how the hell are you?
Very well.
Yeah, I do well. Well, we're off to a blind.
I fucking love that song, by the way.
Yeah.
And I know people shit on Coldplay. I've listened to that song specifically in the last 2 weeks, and I hadn't listened to it in about 2 years.
First three albums.
They were fucking good.
I mean, we talked about it before. Parachutes is
Good. They also had that one, We Live in a Beautiful World.
I mean, that's off the first album.
I'm like, they actually had
It's
some.
called Don't Panic, Mate.
Yes, that's the one.
Andy, how the bloody hell are you?
Very well, as established. And you?
I'm doing well.
Good to hear it,
Yeah,
man.
okay.
What's been going on?
Well, you may have inferred from that little opening salvo that it's a
we
Q&A.
are all over the place.
I'm getting the train back on the tracks, Andy. All right?
Yeah.
People expect a certain level of introduction from
Do
us.
they?
Yeah, I hope
Has
so.
anyone said
I
that?
hope so. Otherwise, what the hell am I doing with my life?
Let me
Stereo.
match you.
Stereo.
What do you got there? Lucasade Energy?
It's going to be the sweetest.
I'm off the monster. I'm on Coke Zero. I'm back in the gym. Friday, Monday, today. In no small part,
Fucking
thanks
hell.
to your motivation.
I do my best. I was supposed to go Monday. Had a really bad sleep Sunday night. Supposed to go Tuesday.
Ooh.
Had a really bad sleep Monday night.
Oh.
Averaging about 4 hours. Don't know if it's the heat. Don't know what it is.
Oh, so it's not actually kids waking you up, right? And you just
No,
can't sleep?
just bad sleep. Everybody else.
that's
is-
the worst
Everybody
kind.
else is sleeping.
That's the worst kind. There's not even a reason for
Oh
it.
no.
You can't even blame anyone.
No. So I can blame the climate. I can blame big business for destroying the ozone layer.
Blame Mother Nature.
Blame AI.
What have they got to do with it?
They're destroying the planet, Andy.
Everything goes back to AI with you.
Look, you see Grok?
Well, what? No, what?
Some guy on Twitter took away his political correctness and he became a raging Nazi. Yeah. I think the word Mecha Hitler was thrown around.
Wow.
So he was like disabled, and then your one resigned as CEO of X today. Like perfect outcome. For,
Do you know what?
I know.
Fucking hate Twitter so much. The whole.
Kind of love it though as well. Like,
But this is the thing. I'm ingrained in it now. Like Blue Sky is boring, but like Twitter.
it's so fucking boring.
Here's my problem with Twitter. One of my many problems with Twitter. One is that the comment section may as well be non-existent. You can't scroll far enough to get to the irrelevant
an
comment
actual person and not a
about
bot.
it.
Like
And the first comment is, "Hey Grok, is this true? Shut up." Or, "Hey, screenshot this." Everyone can't you just fucking screenshot it yourself?
By the time it took you to type, "Hey, screenshot this," you press the two buttons.
Like, why can't you? And then you got like just unchallenged racism, spam. You've got cause this is wild. Cause doing blank is wild. Is crazy.
My feed is filled with like wild movie, and it's a clip from Lone Star 911 starring Rob Lowe. You know, or some. I'm like, it's not even a movie. First of all,
Yeah.
Or the other thing, my feed is filled with, and I don't know how, it's like Nigerian joke clips. So it's like Nigerian comedy
that.
sketches.
I
I'm
want
like,
this.
Like, what is this? Like, how did this get it? What do I click on to get this? Or the other thing is, it's like she was cheating on him, and it's like some Russian like soap opera film or something. Like, get this out of here.
It's so bad. Or it's the same clip, the same fucking clips every time with the same caption. It's like, oh, there's someone in a police interrogation and she bends over the table.
Yeah.
Bro is about to risk it all. You know that? And then like the same video comes out and like
I feel like I need to become Kyle Gass at the end of Cable Guy, where you know all the TV goes off and he just like opens a book like,
this is nice.
This is me. I think I need to just dump it all.
No, but I can't leave.
No,
You know?
no, no. We gotta talk about some sad stuff first.
Yeah, please.
Weird.
It is weird.
Wild. I say wild, but like tragic awful thing.
Oh my God!
Happened last week. If you know,
Liverpool player died. Like fucking hell. Like it's so. Do you know what? It's so surreal. I made a couple of videos about it. I made a video about it today actually because.
How do you feel about making videos about it?
Well, they're very different kind of videos. So I don't like the. I made
it's
a
just
video.
a kind of event or a process.
It's kind of. Do you know what? I was only saying today. I find it easier talking to the camera than I do talking to people about it because. This present company excluded, of course, but
just a lens to you.
But you know what's weird is that like, and I was saying in the video today is like, someone I've never been hit so hard by a death from someone I didn't know. You know what I mean? But I cannot stop thinking about it, and like I genuinely feel like I'm like it's someone I knew. You know what I mean? And I was only saying in the video today like. Part of me is a little bit embarrassed to say that because people are like, you didn't fucking know him. Like, what do you know what I mean? But like, I can't help the way I feel about it. And I genuinely, like, I feel so horrible about it.
It's a parasocial thing. And that term has kind of been weaponized. But like, you have a relationship with them. It's a one-sided relationship.
Yeah.
And like, they don't know who you are. But that's fine.
That is
that's
what I was saying in the video. Is like, I didn't know him, but he mattered to me. You know what I mean? And you get used to I don't know if you're the same with United players, but like I'd watch all the behind the scenes, all the extras. He's always hosting those, like showing players their FC 25 ratings and all this. And he's just really funny and like, you know, all this sort of stuff. So you just feel like you know the person.
Everybody talks about him very highly, you know?
Yeah.
He was, and 28 is too young.
I've never come across, I mean, like a current in his prime Premier League player. Just been like, and I mean, like the outpouring's been lovely. Like it's obviously horrible, but it's been lovely to see everyone coming together.
Now,
you know,
can I ask you, as a Liverpool fan, did you see some of the videos, or as someone not even as a Liverpool fan, but like this guy meant a lot to you?
Yeah,
like say that guy going to place the flowers in the Everton jersey. Like what is that like?
I mean,
or like there was I don't know what one, it was one of the engagement accounts.
People say like rivalry aside.
Oh, hey, well, first of all, fuck off, like
you know what I mean.
I'm not gonna be like
rivalry aside. Can I just take a minute? Like, oh, how brave of you!
Yeah, it's like, sorry, what? Like my first thought wasn't, well, he's a Liverpool player. You know, it was like,
do you know what?
Just
give people, if I can try and not be cynical about it.
The Everton,
and I am cynical.
The Everton thing is, come on, like any other.
Yeah,
shirt.
I know. I kind of feel it's misplaced, but I feel his. If I'm being generous, not cynical,
you're being very.
I feel
generous.
like it's more of a symbol of like unitedness or something. But like it's a bit.
Just come on.
It's a bit on the nose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But there was another one where it was like, and I got called out by a few Liverpool accounts where it was like the same. It was a man and a woman, and they were like, "Oh, can't believe it," and then it was like, "Give us a like and subscribe there," and I was just like, and then, "Oh, thanks so much for the sub," or whatever. Like straight away, I was like, it made like barely finished the sentence.
Yeah,
and like people were like, "Fuck's sake!" Or there was another one where it was like basically just copy and pasting.
Yeah,
the same response and posting it under all the other ones, and it's kind of like
so disingenuous.
It really is, like you know.
I was so careful about that with. I did 2 videos. I didn't monetize them, and even on the first one, I never have no edits. I just had no edits. Even editing it felt like it was, you know what I mean?
Disingenuous or whatever.
Yeah, and I was really, really conscious of it. I really didn't want to do that, and like so, it was just a real like literally in that room over there. It was just like, hey, just wanted to talk a bit about it or whatever like that, and then turned it off.
It was a wild week because the same day Michael Madsen passed away, which was. I mean,
was he 67?
67. Yeah, he was one of you put him in with Tom Sizemore, kind of
troubled 90s actor.
Yeah, I don't even know how troubled he was. He was just kind of like gruff, aloof.
Yeah,
a bit of a bull of a man, like you know,
bit of a Mickey Rourke vibe.
Yeah, kind of that. You know,
I mean?
Put him in there, but like he's so good.
Yeah,
he wasn't
in that recently, was he?
Hateful Eight. I think he was acting, but like the last big release was Hateful Eight, which is 10 years ago, maybe. You know that thing that I can remember. But like, you know, he had this. You know, obviously Reservoir Dogs is the big one, and like I think about his line deliveries all the time. Have you seen the Kill Bill movies?
Yeah.
And there's the line delivery of like, that woman deserves her revenge. And we deserve to die. But then she also deserves to die. So we'll see. And I'm just like, what a line. Yeah, I know. Like, obviously Tarantino's writing of you, but like, it's just him, you know, or like, are you gonna bark all day, little doggy, or are you gonna bite? You know. Yeah. So that was sad. And then like 2 days later, the guy from Nip Tuck, one of the doctors,
an actor,
Julian McMahon is his name. He was the Doctor Doom in the crappy Fantastic Four movies.
No, don't know.
Do you ever see that?
How old was he?
He was like in his 50s. He died of cancer. And then the composer of the X-Files music died. Is it Mark Snow?
Mike Snow? Mike Snow?
Mike Snow? Yeah, Mark Snow.
It could be Mark.
Yeah. He died like the next day. So it was like 4 deaths in like 4
on?
days. Like,
usually these things come in threes, not four.
Yeah.
Like.
So two big ones
mad.
though. Like, you know.
Yeah.
It's just like, what's going on, man?
I don't know. I don't like it.
No, me neither.
On to more positive news.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything positive to say?
Yeah, I have something positive in that I watched something that I thoroughly enjoyed.
Oh, why did I? Why did I?
We talked about it last week, and I don't know if you started it.
I haven't.
Squid Game.
No, but we have made we haven't made the effort. We haven't watched one episode, but
You've added it to your list.
we've added to the list of one to watch. We just keep getting to bed so damn late. We're like, just put on South Park.
I finished season 3. It's only 6 episodes.
And
I was very high on it. I really...
You say that as if some people are not.
Yeah, I think the Rotten Tomatoes and the consensus is kind of like, well, 1 is excellent, and then 2 and 3 are not so good. And I would say 1 is excellent, and 2 and 3 are very good. Like, I was talking about how they make you feel.
Yeah.
And there's things that happen in this where I was like, this is how I know a show has got me. When I was like, I want to turn this show off. I'm so angry that they just did this. I can't believe they just did this.
So you know you're so invested.
Yeah, like, for fuck's sake.
How could they do that?
Well, what am I going to watch it for now? Like, so they got me.
You're in now.
Yeah.
You're already in.
They are starting production on the American spin-off. Directed or going to be run by...
Who?
Dav Finch, man.
Fincher?
Yes.
What's he done? What's he ever done again?
What's he ever done?
Yeah, Zodiac?
Yeah. 7.
Okay.
Fight Club.
Okay.
Panic Room.
He's probably got a good track record of that sort of thing then,
He's
you know?
Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Haven't seen that.
It's like Thriller. He's Social Network.
Okay.
You know,
he did Social Network too.
Yeah.
I keep thinking of David Lynch when
He's
you
top
say Fincher.
tier.
Yeah.
David Lynch is also top tier, but way different.
Weird.
Yeah, like...
Yeah.
Oh. So yeah,
that'll be interesting.
They're going to set that up at the end of 3. I don't know, like the ending was spoiled for me on Twitter because it was like a certain big Hollywood celebrity is in it, like the last scene
in season 3,
and I was like, huh? Like when I saw it on, it was like, this actor is in season 3, and then like I was like, well, that's the end. That's the end of the day. But it doesn't really.
Fuck
but like
off.
it's kind of like a coda to all the characters. It's kind of separate to everything else. So like I was still like
the big.
No, so I was still like, how is it actually gonna end? It was kind of like I figured that's when the dust has settled, and then they're like, here you go.
Hey, what about this too?
Yeah. Yes. Look at this, Belle.
I'm going to say by the next time we record, I'll have started. You know,
it's just like I've said it before, and I don't want it to sound racist.
Oh, here we go.
But I genuinely believe that like Korean filmmakers
I'm right there with you. Oh, okay.
are like
filmmakers, sure,
are the top tier of like the best of the best stuff comes from Korea.
Ooh.
I think, you know.
I do love Korea,
but like I mean maybe like not pound for pound, but like, you know, what I'm watching.
The highs.
Maybe I'm just watching all the best crop of Korean stuff.
Yeah.
But I find like everything I watch that comes out of Korea, I'm like, this is incredible. I can't believe.
Yeah.
Let me dive into this film industry more. Like, you know, like 2 directors like Bong Joon-ho, who directed Parasite, which was like the number 1 movie of the 20s, the 21st century so far. Is it like the last 25 years? They did that ballot there.
Oh, right.
Did you see?
No. That was number 1.
That was number 1, and like so everybody got to vote.
Bit generous, though, isn't it?
Everybody got to vote on you do your list.
Like
So
There
I
Will Be
did-
Blood is there as well.
that was like number 4.
Okay.
So like I did my list.
What was your number 1?
No, I just picked 10.
Oh, okay.
So it was like Zodiac.
Oh, I
Was on.
saw, and I actually thought that is a good list, even for me.
Tough stuff, man.
I was
It
thinking
was very
that's
hard.
actually a good list.
Very hard.
Yeah.
But like Parasite was number 1. But the other big Korean filmmaker, Park Chan-wook,
Of course.
who directed Old Boy.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Like I recently watched pretty all his films like the last year or so, and I was like,
Good.
oh man, it's like not like one of them. You're like, oh, okay, that's okay, but it's like better than most
Yeah.
slop that's being
Yeah.
created in the States.
Do you think? I know it's not Korean; it's a completely different country and culture. But would
Okay.
you?
Where are we going with this?
But with Japanese stuff, like I would love to get into anime. You know what I mean? I wonder,
You should
does that
tr-
open the door for you?
I mean, I did.
Because you do like the
I
Ghibli
did
stuff,
that,
and you like
Satoshi Kon thing. Remember I was
the
saying
Bebop thing or whatever.
Cowboy Bebop was
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I didn't finish it, but like the Satoshi Kon stuff that I was saying, you tried watching Paprika?
I did try to watch Paprika. Yes, it was too weird.
Yeah, that one's the weirdest one,
Yeah.
and that's his last one.
Right.
But if you maybe watch Perfect Blue, is kind of like your man like he ripped off Black Swan. Black Swan ripped it off.
Oh, okay.
Essentially, and it's like really fucking good. And now it's not something you could watch with Joni.
Yeah, yeah.
But it gets a little blue.
Ooh.
But it's really fucking
Bit of
good.
hentai.
No, isn't hentai tentacles?
No.
No.
No, I don't think
Sure.
so. There is subgenres
Yeah.
of the Asian
Is
animated
hentai
porn
not
biz.
porn?
Yeah,
Okay.
hentai
alright.
is basically just anime
Yeah.
porn.
I just whenever I think of anime porn, like I remember I bought
Some
I bought
monster,
a
like,
deck of cards. Yeah, I bought a deck of cards when I was like 13 on holidays, and it was like all this like anime styles, like but like loads of tentacles. Like what is
tentacles
this?
and,
Like
yeah, there's some weird subgenres. Believe me,
tell
I know.
me more.
Listen, we're jabbering on
Yeah.
here like we don't have an absolutely
Jam packed.
If I may say, guys, the questions this time were the best we've ever had.
Nice.
I am blown away, guys. Blown.
What
Okay.
are we starting with? Are we starting with?
We'll start with the beloved patrons, of
Okay,
course.
Of course.
They pay their license fee.
Let's start with the first one that rolls on from last week.
Yes.
Sean Fields.
So let me see here. Sean's question is: was Terry actually serious with his take on common people being better than every Oasis song?
You better believe it. And I
It
tell you
was.
what, a few people.
A couple of
Yeah,
people,
a
The
few
majority said you're out of your mind, but some people said
molten shite take, I believe
that was
somebody
funny.
said.
a molten shit take.
Whoever that was, you're very creative. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I can also vouch. He was serious.
I remain serious.
But let me ask you this though.
I saw some of the Oasis.
You have to admit. Now, whatever about common people, we'll set that aside for now.
They were
How
good.
good did they sound?
They were
Like,
good.
RBS
You're not-
sounded great.
Yeah.
Cast No Shadow sounded great. And here's the thing: Liam in 2007 didn't sound this good.
No, I think
Like-
the rest has done him good.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
even on his solo.
No, I mean, but
Gigs.
he hasn't been doing
Yeah.
BDI for.
But even Noel's 58,
Yeah.
and he's still like, we believe. You know, like he's still hitting them.
Do you not find it a little bit masturbatory in that it's like and
jerked off 5 times.
and Liam gave a brotherly touch on the shoulder to Noel.
They came out holding hands.
and like, come on,
people are really looking for like, are they actually mates again,
Yeah.
or are they not?
they're staying in different hotels so that they don't fight with each other. I'm like, all right, like I
Look,
get it. That's the big
They're
selling
huge,
point. Yeah.
and there's not really,
They're huge this side. I don't know how. We'll see what they're like when they do the US leg.
Yeah, I think they're pretty like you don't get a lot of bands like them now. I know it's just the two of them really, and
I think
whatever.
this.
But I have to say they sounded incredible from what I've seen.
Yeah, I thought they sounded
You know,
really good.
I'm like, wow.
What I thought was quite funny
Yeah.
was people being like, they just played their songs. Like, there was no show. It was just them. They came out and played their
It's
songs.
a
I'm like,
concert.
what do you want? Excuse me. Now, I know, like, sort of like the best gig I was ever at was David Byrne.
Yeah.
And he does a fucking incredible show and incredible music.
Yeah.
But I know Oasis are not putting on an art installation.
The rock and roll stars.
Yeah.
I used to when I was a teenager, I would judge a live show on like how good
production.
was no, not even that, but just like how much talking was in between songs, how good was the chatting back and forth. Like, oh, they were funny as well. Yeah. Whereas if they just stand there and play the songs, I'd feel a bit shortchanged. As a kid,
I do think it's part of it. You know, like I went to see Father John Misty.
Yeah,
and he was great. Music was fantastic. Didn't say 2 words. Didn't barely said hello, and then just went into it, and not even be like,
that sounds about right for him.
Yeah, but then I saw him at Electric Picnic. I saw that was Vicar Street, and it wasn't even like, this song is about this or whatever. It was just like song after song. And then I saw him at Electric Picnic, and he'd lost his mind. He was going fucking crazy on the stage, and I was like, where was this?
Where's this guy been?
Yeah, flip a coin.
All right, next question.
Yeah.
Pick your top 3 favorite football jerseys and put your top 3 favorite players in those jerseys. For example,
I didn't see the last part.
Liverpool 1990 candy jersey worn by 2006 Morton Camps Pedersen, or Zidane in the 2023 United home kit. Now, the favorite player part in the jerseys, I don't really have anything for, Adam. And also, I'm sorry to say, we did cover this in a previous Q&A.
Why don't we try and say who looked best in the jersey?
Oh.
So, like, if you're picking a jersey, who do you think of when you think of that jersey?
Interesting, because I was going to pick my favorite Liverpool jerseys.
What?
Because
that's not the question.
Yeah, but we've done that on the Q&A. Top 3 jerseys.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not the last one, the one before.
Mush.
So, for what it's worth,
yeah,
I was going to say number 3 was Liverpool's away from the 90s. It was like a green and white with like black stripes here.
Love it. And who do you think looked best in it?
I just picture
Razor
Ruddock.
Yeah, me too.
That's what I was thinking. And then number 2 is the speckled candy. It's like the red candy, but like specks.
John
Barnes. See John Barnes in that.
All right.
And then
this is why it's a great podcast.
You know. And then let's see if we can go 3 for 3. Then number 1 was the more recent V-neck, like deep red, like 2019, like
Salah.
Yeah, I see Salah. I'm thinking Emre Can for some reason.
You're the only person thinking about Emre Can.
I love Emre Can. I miss him dearly.
Bring him back. He should have a league title medal.
And that's the travesty about that kit, is that we won nothing in that kit. But maybe it wasn't 20. No, it was 2017 actually. It was
Justice.
But
too busy fawning over bicycle kicks.
Oh.
All right. Well, then I'll do Man United.
Yeah, go on.
Because one of the ones I had was Man United. Was the blue and white sharp.
Oh,
Paul McGrath.
Okay.
Yeah, in it.
I was thinking of Lee Sharp.
Oh yeah, I just always think of Paul McGrath in it, like fit very snugly on a lot of these players.
Yeah.
I don't think we talk about Paul McGrath enough.
He played for United, did he?
Yes, before he went to Villa.
Why did I forget that?
Like, I don't think they talk about Paul McGrath enough.
No, he never gets talked about.
The elite. Everybody talks about him being the best centre half there ever was, and he'd be like picking up 6 cans before training.
Yeah.
Like the juniors for Aston Villa would be picking him up, and he'd be like, "Stop here, get out," and like the off license, and like drink cans.
Mad.
And he could still
so
perform.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. Then I think you got to go with the blue and white Man United jersey that had all the legends' name on it as well.
What year?
I don't think it's 99. Maybe 90.
I know. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you look at it had like their names in faint, and it was like yellow and black numbers on the back, like Cole 17. I had on it.
Now it's coming in. Yes.
And then the other one I'll go.
Go on, here we go. This is going to be a hot take.
It is going to be. It's a hot take, and it's a hot jersey as well, because it was the double-sided Man United jersey where you buy 2 jerseys for the price of one. One side was the white one with like Varane or Van Nistelrooy. It was the year we signed Varane and Van Nistelrooy, V. Nistelrooy.
Yeah.
And then you can flip it over, and it was gold. But it was like you're playing football on the pitch.
Sweat.
Oh my! Lead vest. You're like,
like a night. You might be wearing a full night outfit.
I have enough trouble getting around the pitch, let alone this thing. Terry, what's wrong? I'm coming.
Right with you. Clang, 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 clang. They should do that more. Well, I guess they didn't for a reason.
So heavy.
We can't play in
they
this.
scrapped it. I don't think they played in it because it was like they also had one of each because it was like a second and third kit. So most of the time when they played in the white and black one, it was just a single.
Right.
You know, they weren't flipping it over or anything like that. I also have a soft spot for the green and yellow early 90s one.
Yeah.
That and
I
like
like that one.
Gigsy.
Gigsy.
Yeah,
Young Gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that have little strings?
Yeah. You know.
All right, I got to move on.
Sure.
Rob McAdams says,
Hey Rob, hope you're doing all right over there in the beloved homeland. Keep safe.
US of A.
Keep safe, buddy.
He said, let me be blunt. Is there a labour crisis in America today? Somewhat related. What's the worst job you've ever had?
Worst job I ever had was collecting milk money on a Thursday evening in Raheny. And the guy so it was like the local milkman and his dad ran the business. So Martin would drop off the milk. I don't know if you youngsters out there remember what a milkman did.
Delivered milk?
Yes, would drop it on your doorstep. But his dad was an old bollocks, excuse me, and just cranky fucker. And he would call me Ructions all the time. Ructions means mistakes. Yeah,
he would call you.
Yeah, he'd be like, Ructions, come here. And the milk van fucking stank. And you had to go.
Yeah, it does. Smells like shit, doesn't it?
Well, it's milk, it's sour milk.
Yeah,
and you had to
putting
go
out the milk in Centra like fucking hands.
You had to go up to the door and be like, milk money. And then be like, I don't have it. And you're like, I need it. I have to go. What, I'm going to go back here empty handed to this old bollocks? Like,
typical Ructions.
Yeah. That's the worst job I ever had because I kind of have stayed in my jobs
for a while.
Yeah, you know, like Centra was there forever.
Yeah.
And like
then moved on to this job.
And I was in my previous job was Super Value and I was there for like a year before that place got closed down.
Super Value?
Yeah, in Roach's stores.
Oh.
So when Roach's stores closed down, we all got made redundant.
Oh.
And that's how I ended up. I was like, I'm never going to work in that Centra. And I was like, well, I need a job and I'm starting college and they're hiring. And it's right around. They're like, why don't you go? You're right there. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, something good came out of it.
Yeah. This podcast.
Yeah.
My worst job, I think, was I was a lounge boy in the Goose Tavern.
The Goose?
Yeah. And I hated the fact that you start the job at like 6:30. You come home at like 2:30, stinking of ash. There was smoking in the pubs in those days. And I remember like feeling so like such a boy. And I was still in school. Yeah. But like I remember I'd be picking up glasses and stuff. And like the whole thing with the float, and then you go, do you need that? And you get it. It comes out of the float. They give you all this stuff. I got real confused with that at the start. But then I remember
see you doing well with.
I was okay. Yeah. I was grand. Now I couldn't do it. I was had a bit more of my mental faculties.
No, but then. Even just the idea of like having to deal with so many people and be like, and then I'll give you this, and then you know,
and then you give me that.
Yeah. Like, and then you take the pubes.
They have the float and the money.
I've got the pubes
again. But I remember it feeling like such a boy because, like, I remember I was clearing glasses once, and there was a group talking, lads and women,
ladies.
Yes, excuse me. And one of the guys was telling a story about like, and then so he's getting a blowjob, right? And all this, and I'm like, this is like a mythical land to me at that point. And he's like. And he fucking comes. I'm sorry for that. Like, and he comes in about 15 seconds, and they're all laughing. He's like, and he was fucking proud of it. He said, oh, it was great, didn't waste any time. And I remember thinking, like, in what magical land does this take place? And then, like, one day I aspire to just be casually telling a blowjob.
I'd love
story.
to be able to last 15 seconds.
Just someone, just touch it once. So anyway, that was the worst job, and. The last question on Patreon is, I know... Two more, sorry. Well,
Joe?
We got to get these two quick. Joe says, I know you guys are fond of a few J's. Just wondering if you'd branched out into THC and D9 vapes. And if so, what you made of them. I used to think the ritual of rolling, etc. was a deal breaker for me. But like Dylan, I've gone electric and I'm not going back now. I do enjoy the process of rolling. I don't know what D9 means.
Me neither.
But I was inquiring further in the chat, so I've got more info on it. But I will switch to the electronics. I do like the ritual of rolling. It's something.
I mean, I have literally not rolled a joint in like
7 years.
More?
Yeah.
Probably closer to 10.
Yeah.
No, maybe. Yeah, like a long time.
It's not. But I would happily switch, to be honest.
My thing now is edibles. You know what I mean? Like, so I haven't, like, I will smoke a joint if
If it's going.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
at a party or something like that, like, or on a night out. But generally,
The thing
like,
is that what you can do better than what I can do is you can say, I have like 4 pulls and say, there you go, I'm grand.
that's
like,
all I can take these days.
If
like,
it's going, I will consume it. You know? And if another one is going, I will consume that as well. And then I'm like, and then I just go all quiet. Like,
Okay.
I'm paranoid now.
okay over there, buddy.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. What? What's that?
I
So,
actually
yeah.
couldn't see myself ever going back to.
No,
Like,
I'm trying to phase it out because also Joni made me promise by the time the new baby is born that I'll stop smoking. So I have to. Anyway.
So well, you get.
I can't
the
break my promise.
You could do the vape.
Yeah, so
You
that's
know?
what I'm kind of thinking.
Yeah.
And they have these HHC vapes now.
Yeah.
You
I've
know,
never tried
all
one
this
of
sort
them.
of stuff.
No.
But Jason asks, as a soon-to-be dad, congratulations. What is the biggest thing you miss/wish?
Freedom, Jason.
Let me finish the question.
Freedom. I'm only joking, but like free time.
Yeah. What do you wish you appreciated more when not having little ones? I'll take note of your advice and make sure to appreciate it in the coming months. But it's the nail on the head.
It takes up all your time being
Free time,
being a parent.
gaming until the late hours. Not that that's the pinnacle of life.
I was talking to somebody in work, and I was like, "What did you do over the weekend?" They're like, "Oh, I got this new game."
No.
She's like 22, and she's like, "So I was just playing that, and like I came to work today, and now I can't wait to go home and start my game." I'm like, oh, you know,
Do you know, just the
that's me being it's like veering into like midlife crisis, being like,
Yeah.
I just want to go back.
yeah, I miss me being selfish and it not being an issue.
Oh, that's
know
a
what I
good
mean?
way to put it.
That's the
yeah.
best way I can put it. I miss my selfishness having no repercussions.
It's the weird thing of being like monkey's paw. I'd be like, if I woke up tomorrow and I was back when I was 22, then I'd be really sad. I'm like, where's my little pals? Like,
I know.
Whereas,
Yeah.
it's a nice wish fulfillment to be like, I would love to have all my free time to myself. And then if I got it, like before we had Gus, like Faye and Bonnie went over to Belgium for a couple of weeks. I think it was like in the Euros.
Yeah.
2021 maybe.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been at that, and they were gone for and I had the house myself, and nights 1 to 3 were great.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
Night 4.
oh, I'm sad now. Yeah. Another lonely man dinner for me,
Dinner for one.
Yes. And then like I'm like, oh, like I can do anything I want. What do I want to do? Like watch TV.
Yeah.
Do that anyway, you know what I mean?
Jacket.
Like, yeah. Jacking it,
I've done that
jacking
4
it,
times
jacking it
already.
out. Jacking it for the Lord.
But yeah, that's what I would just say is just to
Just the idea to be like, there's a gig on tonight.
yeah,
I'm gonna go.
go to the things.
Yeah,
and it's not
Cinema. I miss going to the cinema
Yeah.
all the time. Like,
and it's not in a case of like because it's going to be shit now. It'll be great, but a
Yeah.
different kind of great.
Yeah.
But like
it's tiring.
you won't have
Sleep.
that again for a while.
Lions. That's the other thing.
Yeah, lie on. Lie on.
Ah.
Lie on and don't stop lying on. You just
I
keep
remember-
sleeping.
I remember it's like there's a day when me and Faye were going out in the early days, and like I stayed over in her house. We stayed in bed till like shoot 6 o'clock in the evening, and I just mean like sleeping.
What do you mean shoot?
As it like actually till like
Straight ahead.
legit. Like we got up, got back into bed,
It's amazing.
slept for another few hours, same again, up, bite to eat, back to bed, and then I was like, well, I've work tomorrow, I've got to go home, but this was the best nap day ever. I'm like,
I know.
imagine that.
I know. Every time me and Kerry get into bed, we're like, is there just a way that we could just stay
Can
here?
we stay here forever?
Like
Yeah.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
What, Grandpa?
Yeah. Right.
Grandpa Joe.
I'm going to move on to some quicker fire
Sure.
questions from Instagram. Hey, Instagram. Guys
Again,
on
true.
Instagram, you really pulled it out of the bag. What film has made you the most emotional? This is from James Cronenberg. What film has made you the most emotional?
Any relation to...
And why?
Okay. David? Recently, the answer is Punch Drunk Love. Every time I watch that movie, I'm a mess.
Yeah.
I was a mess when we did it on the podcast. I've watched it since. Like, Faye's sister was down to visit us over Easter.
Yeah.
And we watched a couple of movies, and we were like, something short. I was like, this is 90 minutes, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And the scene where he goes to Hawaii, and it's like, he needs me. And like,
Oh, yeah.
I was holding it in. And Faye's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. Like, but like, also like I can't. If I open my mouth to answer, I'm going to start bawling. Like
Nothing makes people cry like asking them, "Are you okay?"
But then I was like, she's like, "What?" I was like, it was like the only way I could describe it, like it's just so perfect. Like I just thought everything is so perfect. It's so nice.
It was like happy cry,
like sensory overload cry, and I was like, every time I'm like,
that's nice.
Ugh.
You don't get a happy cry.
What about you? You robot.
A lot of it is like. I always find sad. I think I've said it before on the pod where like any time where a kid doesn't understand why the adult has to go, that always makes me cry. Like the ending of T2, you know what I mean?
T2 though makes you cry?
But it's because it's locked in as a kid. You know what I mean? I would say probably. And I remember as a kid, Drop Dead Fred. Remember, he's like,
that's
like,
a tough one.
She's like, okay, let's go, and he's like, I can't go back now. I'm like, oh,
that is a tough one. Drop Dead Fred is a tough one.
And then, but even more recently, I'd say Toy Story 3, to be honest.
Yeah.
So long, partner. You know, like, go. And the whole holding hands as they're going down into the inferno thing. But the so long, they're up there. But the so long partner, because it's the whole thing. It's not just saying goodbye to his toys. He's saying goodbye to his childhood, and he's moving and all this. It just really made me go. Every time it makes me go. Ugh.
Even when they're playing. When Andy is playing with Brian, I'm like,
he's got Woody on his back and all, and he's got
like Up, the opening to Up as well. Fucking
the first like 2 minutes of Up or whatever, or 5 minutes.
The music, it's the music for Up, though, like, and that's kind of the Punch Drunk Love thing. I think
Pixar fuckers for
if they didn't have that, He Needs Me from Popeye in it, I don't know if it would affect it. Like the whole thing that really gets me is like he's on the phone trying to reach her room, and it's like it syncs up perfect because it's like ding, and like in the song it's that, and then like the light goes on in the phone booth, and I'm like, oh my god,
I know,
because he's talking to her, and he's so happy to be talking to her. So I'm like, oh Jesus.
Okay, next one from Jude McCandles. Any favorite music videos?
This is the question that I did the biggest deep dive on. I think a couple of Chemical Brothers ones come to mind. Star Guitar, I think, is the train one. Do you know that one?
Oh yeah,
it's just kind of straightforward, but it's like ASMR to me now, or Left Forever Be. Do you remember that one?
No, I don't remember that one.
You know, where it's like the girl, she like walks into the mirror. It's like, how does it feel?
Oh yeah,
like
is that the one Noel Gallagher?
Yes, actually.
Is it? Or is that Setting Sun? I'm thinking of.
Maybe it is Setting Sun. It's. But anyway, it was kind of a revolutionary. It was a big thing at the time. It was like, whoa, look at all this stuff they're doing. Like,
I was kind of,
Smack My Bitch Up as well from Prodigies.
The dance ones were good, weren't they? Like, the ones I was thinking of was like Teardrop, Massive Attack. Although, like, you'd watch it now. At
the time it
just fits so well with the vibe, and Peter Gabriel, Sledgehammer. That's always up there.
I want to talk about, just because I sent you on OK Go, and I was kind of like, I was looking back, like when we did my teenage music, I had an OK Go track on it, Get Over It, and that's when I liked
Get
got a job, got a life, got a 4-door and a faithless wife, got those nice copper pipes, got an ex, got a room for a night.
All right.
Aren't you such a catch? Anyway, but at that point, they weren't doing the music video thing that they have almost transitioned into being like
they're a music video band now.
The music is secondary, and the video.
What's their video like?
The first one was Here It Goes Again, which
that's the one I know.
The treadmills.
Really good.
I watched it again this morning. It's incredible. Yeah. How it's all one take.
Yeah.
And it's choreographed with an inch of its life.
Yeah.
All their music videos are like that, and they've kind of expanded. I don't know if you saw it. You got to check it out.
I didn't get to check it out.
I think you'd really like it because it's all to do with mirrors and how it starts off with just like 2 mirrors at the front, and then like they're flipping it around.
Oh,
and then it becomes like a kaleidoscope at times.
Yes.
It's real.
I've seen that done.
It's one take, and it's all. I was like, this is like a work of art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like really good.
Especially when you get it all in one. Like,
but they did one in zero gravity on a plane. Ooh. Like again, all one take. They did one where they're driving a car on like a dirt track, and they have like stuff to the side of the car, like sticks, and somebody's playing a guitar in the car. There's a singer, and they're using that to make music while they're driving past. Like they're hitting pianos, they're hitting guitar.
Oh, cool.
Really interesting. They're hitting wind chimes and stuff
How do
like
they come
that.
up with their ideas?
Yeah, I mean, it's very creative. Like the Olympics is in America next year.
Yeah.
Get these guys doing something. I mean,
They'll
it's not going to happen under the Trump administration, but
nothing will.
it'll be Kid Rock doing the opening ceremony or something like that. Like,
All right.
but I think they should be in the conversation. Like, just type in "OK Go" music videos in order. There's a whole YouTube list chronologically. You can see the evolution. Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks.
Possibly not first, but
well. Okay, gotta move on. Sean Julian says thoughts on Collateral and Cruise only doing franchise type movies the last few years.
Masterpiece.
We fucking love it, Sean.
Michael Mann, my man, Michael Mann. Cruise's best performance in the 21st century.
Ooh,
you know,
big talk.
I think so. He's at the tail end of his authorship. You know,
yeah.
Like
he plays a psycho so well. He doesn't even have to act. He can just do his thing.
So fucking good. Like, my thoughts on him doing franchise only type movies. I'm okay with it because, you know, from 2012 on, we've gotten 5 Mission Impossible movies.
Yeah.
I'm pretty big fan of them. And then you got a Top Gun Maverick, which is a near perfect movie in there. I'm excited to see him back, you know, making other movies.
I am too.
Like, I'm excited for his movie coming out next year, you know, where he plays the world's most powerful man that may have doomed humanity.
Yeah. I just like
pretty good casting for that. Like,
I would like to see him being a bastard.
I mean, I don't know if he'll do that, you know, because he's kind of.
Can't he though?
He's kind of leaned into this.
He's an actor though.
Hero guy. And then it remains to be seen what the new one is like. Is he a bastard in the new? Kind of sounds like he might be.
Great.
You know, my mind is saying maybe like a bit more Frank T.J. Mackey than you know, Pete Maverick or Ethan Hunt. So I'm excited. But apparently he's doing Top Gun Maverick. He's doing Top Gun 3 apparently. Kaczynski, by the way, is fucking killing it. F1 click made a fucking bomb.
Good. At
the box office. It's like good. Like 150 domestic already.
Ooh.
I think it's going to make more than Mission Impossible, which you know,
wasn't ready for that.
No, but
him and Brad Pitt yucking it up at the premiere.
See all that stuff. We little brother in him.
Yeah,
you know, it's like Brad Pitt.
He's the big dog.
Yeah, it's like
fingers in the seam of his pants every photo.
I know. It was like Kaczynski, Pitt, and Cruise, and like Cruise is in the middle of the two of them. Like everybody knows who the king of movies.
I'm the big dog here. Okay, next question.
Okay,
because we got loads more.
Yeah, we don't. Well, look, we don't get through them.
Thomas says, "All right, I'm going to need you to just name these.
Okay,
what 3 movies is Terry most excited for to be released? Albums for you, Andy.
I'll give you a guess for any of the movies.
No clue.
PTA with DiCaprio.
The DiCaprio one.
One battle after another. Which, you know,
is that what it's called? One battle after another.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm very excited for it. DiCaprio PTA is pretty much a dream pairing. Benicio in there as well. But, you know, I watched. What did I watch? I watched the Wes Anderson movie that he's the star of, The Phoenician Scheme.
Good, is it?
Okay. It kind of feels like one of the shorts from French Dispatch stretched out to be a 90-minute movie. Yeah. It's fun.
Is it fun, though?
Yeah, but it's not. I wouldn't, you know, have it near the top of the list.
Would it be bottom of your list, in fact?
No. Wouldn't be bottom.
What's bottom of your Wes Anderson list?
I think Darjeeling, probably.
Really?
Or maybe Isle of Dogs. Isle of Dogs.
Isle of Dogs is good.
It's not really.
I liked it.
It's fine. It's not really good.
It's in my top half.
Kind of racist, if anything.
Is it?
Yeah, kind of. Number 2 is Zach Kreger's Weapons that we talked about recently. The one that Jordan Peele fired his agent for not getting the rights to.
Okay.
That's coming out in August. I'm very excited for that. And you know what one I'm actually... This is probably number 2 behind PTA is The Naked Gun.
Yeah,
the new
I'm
Naked
excited
Gun.
about that. It looks good.
The studio spoof comedy.
Yes.
Did you see the clip going around?
I did.
About the arm?
Yeah.
He's like, oh.
No, I didn't see.
it's something to do with like he's talking about his dead wife. And I was like,
Yes.
it's
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
She's like, oh, hell of an arm.
Yeah.
I bet, like, we would have been happy with any team except the Browns.
The Browns.
But I'm just like big-ish budget studio comedy,
Great.
spoof movie.
Gimme it.
Please.
Just
and like
inject
directed
it.
by one of the Lonely Island guys.
Hey.
I'm pretty sure that like Andy and Yorma are going to be in it as well. I'm like,
Nice.
come on, man.
That's
Like,
what you want. Good to see comedies coming back. You know,
need them, like, well, you know, they don't
now more than ever.
fucking right, like, you know.
All right. Well, I
3
don't
albums.
see. There's no albums that I'm looking forward to, but I can tell you the 3 albums that I've been most excited about coming out.
Okay.
Back in the day, one was Blink, self-titled, 2003. Don't think you're a big fan of that
We're
one.
gonna miss.
You're actually not a fan of any of these, but
Okay.
these are ones I was very excited about. Hymns, Love Metal, 2002. It's
about
still
right.
pretty good.
Tracks.
And The Car by the Arctic Monkeys. I was so excited after Tranquility Base, and I had no idea what sound it was going to be like. Are they going to stick with it? Are they going to change it again? And when it came out, I was like, this is really good. And now it's just good. You know what? It is very good, but it doesn't
Move me at all.
move me. It doesn't move me like the rest of them do, you know?
It kind of feels to me like they're trying to do a continuation of Tranquility Base.
Yeah.
It's like a copy, like a photocopy.
Yeah, you
But
know what? It's like
your quality is reduced a little bit. Like
their albums all had not necessarily something to say, but they all had their own thing. And The Car kind of feels like a rehashed Tranquility Base. But Tranquility Base was like imho, groundbreaking. And The Car is
groundbreaking.
yeah. When you get a band that shifts from AM to that sort of sound, and it sounds so unique and so like nothing you've really ever heard, particularly a big band do,
And
every song is a fucking banger on Tranquility Base.
disagree, but also left no cultural footprint. The only people that talk about it are me and you.
I hear,
What do you hear?
I see,
What do you see?
I feel. Anyway, next question. Neil Murray, music man of the pod.
Yes.
What's your favorite joke?
Can I tell it?
Yeah, please.
Man goes to the doctor.
Uh-huh.
He's not feeling well.
Yeah.
He says, doctor, there's something wrong with me. I can't stop singing the green, green grass of home. And doctor goes, oh, it's okay. I know this. I've dealt this many times. You've got Tom Jones syndrome. And he said, what? I've never heard of that before. Is it common? He says, well, it's not unusual.
I love it. Dad joke.
Yeah.
It's a
literally
dad joke.
something my dad told me. Like,
Oh, very good.
what are you?
I struggle with it, to be honest. All I could think of was my great joke.
It's not a peach, it's a plum.
Oh, a great one, though. That was Niall, if you still listen. Haven't heard from him in a while. No, I hope you're okay.
Putting you on notice, Niall.
Now, my joke that I came up with as a teenager.
Okay?
Okay, guys. Now, you've heard it, so try not to roll your eyes at this.
Okay, I have no frame of reference what you're going to say, so it could be good.
What is Dracula's favourite drink?
Blood.
Bulmers. See, here's the rug pull.
I forgot about it.
You think he's going to say, like, oh, blood, like
Yeah.
that. And it's like he just says Bulmers in a vampire accent.
I wondered why we used to always say that. Bulmers.
Bulmers.
Good stuff, man. It's good
I was
stuff.
quite happy with that.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Okay, we have time for just a
Couple
couple
of
more. Here's one I have to get asked. Luke asks, what movie do you genuinely think would be improved by adding The Rock?
I think maybe, I thought long and hard about this. And I was like, maybe, like, Transformers?
Yeah,
You know, he
fit
could,
the vibe
yeah.
check.
Then I was like, could he be a new Arnie in the Terminator? And I was like, probably not. Because he would try to be too jokey,
Yeah.
you know? Then I was like,
It's a certain type of movie, really, isn't it? Transformers would be good.
I'm just trying, I was looking at like franchises you could put him into, you know? Because, like, if it was the like Fast 5 Rock, That Rock can kind of fit into a lot of stuff.
Schindler's List.
Yeah.
Daddy gotta go to work. Save some.
Daddy gotta go to work.
You
to make shells for the
forgot your
Nazis.
yarmulke.
Yeah.
Bitch. Something like that. Here's a bunch of movies. Here's a bunch of movies that The Rock could be better in.
Okay.
Movies that we've talked about on the pod.
Ugh.
Mank, Roma, Zodiac, Michael Clayton, The Master. I'm thinking of ending things. If The Rock was in any of those movies, they would be better.
Okay. To quote Tom Hanks, can we get serious now? I've one for you.
Yeah.
Best era of Premier League.
Ooh. Now, is it the Barclays era? Or
I think
is it late 90s?
I think
And does it coincide with United's most successful
the
period?
two that I'm thinking of, I think it was just because...
You're thinking 99 and 2009?
No, I would say 98
No,
to
right,
2002, roughly.
Yeah.
Because the Arsenal-United rivalry was so high.
And box office.
And Liverpool were in there as a spoiler as well. Liverpool were always like third in the league,
Yeah.
you know. Chelsea were still like
we
fifth.
won our historic treble in 2001. So
There you go, yeah.
a treble.
There you go. Asterisk, I was going to say. And then the period of 2007 to like 2010 maybe, where like United were putting it up against Chelsea, they were putting it up against Liverpool, like
Torres and
you know,
shit.
that's what I mean, like it was all exciting,
big, like
You know,
Drogba and fucking all that shit.
big
Like.
they had strikers playing, like, you know, you had in the first period I'm talking about, you had Cole, York, Sheringham, Solskjaer for United. Liverpool had Owen, Fowler, to a lesser extent Heskey. Like Chelsea had Hasselbank, Good Johnson, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then in the other one, you had like United had Berbatov, Tevez, Rooney, Ronaldo was there. Liverpool had Torres, you had Gerrard,
Alonso.
Yeah, you know, Chelsea had Drogba, Cole, Robin. You know, like all these, and now it's like you can't put like there's no strikers.
Yeah,
you know, there's no. It's
I'm
all,
looking at who's been linked with all these different clubs now, and I'm like, I think they're all shy.
like your man.
I think Etiquette is shy. I think what's
Gyökeres, like
I think he's shy as well.
I mean, if he goes to Arsenal, a lot of money, and I don't know. And like he's been linked to United, I was like, well, anything's better than what we have. But I was like, also, I don't think he's the one for us.
No,
I don't know who is the one for us.
I don't know if he even is the one for the clubs that he's been linked with. I think he's a bit more. I don't know, but from what I've seen from him, I have not been wowed at all.
Germany, maybe, you know, like he's done at Sporting.
Yeah,
he might prove us out. Like I kind of thought the same with Drogba when he signed.
Yeah,
he was kind of crap in his first season at Chelsea, and then became, you know, one of the all-time
ever.
greats. So
yeah, I'd probably actually agree with you on that. I was thinking Barclays era.
Yeah, I mean,
it was just more fun. You know, like
the
you
Gamst,
slowly,
Matt Taylor, all these guys are thunder bastards from 50 yards, like, you know. If anything before Pep showed up in the Premier League, to be honest, before it became robotic, and even when Mourinho came in, you're like, oh, Chelsea, they kept the most clean sheets ever. It was all defensive,
all that.
but you still had the other stuff going bonkers in the Premier League. You had Sam Allardyce with Bolton. And like JJ, Okocha, Yuri Djorkaeff, Hierro, Campo, all these, like, you know, modern day Wimbledon.
I think it's lost its individuality
because they're all robots.
It's all like you have to stick to your allocated whatever.
If you don't, you're going to be.
The whole system falls apart now.
Sucks.
You know. So I think it's, and then you have obviously VAR and all this other shit, which is just taken such of the sting out of it.
Joy. Where's your joy? Where's your laughter? Where's your joy?
That has taken so much out of it for me, because I'm like, do you know, it's like I'm waiting for it. When we score, I don't celebrate, because I'm every goal Liverpool score now, if there's a slight debate, I'm like, that's my reaction now. Just hands up, like,
breathe.
Is it?
Breathe.
Is
breathe.
It? And then when we concede, I'm waiting for Teddy Long to come out and be like, hold on a second, player. We are going to restart this match. Like, someone has to have fouled someone
Man
somewhere.
City, you are going one-on-one with The Undertaker.
A tag team match. Like, oh.
Fucking hell.
But look,
I got one more. We'll do one more.
Oh, please, yes.
We'll do the best dual talent entertainer.
Oh, yeah, I got an answer straight away.
Who have you got?
Jamie Foxx.
Oh, good.
I think he's as good a singer as he is an actor. He's great at impressions. He's a comedian.
He's an incredible mimic.
Like a high level at all of those things.
That's pretty good.
I don't think there's anyone as good. Like if you add all of his things, you know.
I was going to say Hugh Jackman because he's like a proper song and dance man. Like modern day Gene Kelly. Like, you know, he's a stage guy.
Is he?
Yeah, oh yeah. Before he was Wolverine, he was like Oklahoma and Music Man and stuff like that. Like, and he can do superhero stuff. Like I fucking hated that Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah.
But he was by far the best thing about it. Like it was almost like you know, he's really good in Logan.
Yeah.
And he can do proper dramatic acting as well.
He can do drama, he can do comedy.
Yeah.
He seems like the nicest guy in the world as well.
Yeah.
You know?
I think there's something
Something about him?
I don't know.
What's he doing?
I think he's a bit sad though, like really. Like he's too, you know, the nice guy thing hides a bit of
facade.
Not a facade. I think he's just, you know, he's putting on a bit of a front because he's a little bit sad, I think.
I think that now when I see people who are just outright happy all the time. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on there?
Yeah.
You know? But that's a good one.
Yeah. That's modern day. Like, you could go, if you want to go back, you know,
Fred Astaire.
Dean Martin, Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly, you know, the lot. Like, you know.
Basically, any actor who made it.
But they were all, you know, you had to be able to do this. Yeah, you know, you had to be able to sing, dance, you know, act, whatever. Like, you know.
You were an entertainer.
Yeah.
You know.
Ride a horse.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Okay, tap dance, you know, like.
No problem.
Power lift.
I don't remember that.
It's like you lift like Johnny Carson in The Simpsons, like, you know, he's like doing he wants the accordion and he has like Grandpa on the board, like
spinning the car.
Hop.
Folks, look, we gotta wrap it up there, but thank you so much for the questions.
Yes,
really, really good ones, and hope you enjoyed it. Sorry if we didn't get around to your question, but time is of the essence, unfortunately. If you want more, if you're like, lads, don't go, I want to hear more. well, we got news for you, because we got a Patreon with your name on it, at patreon.com/whatssogreatabout, or just click the link in our Instagram bio there. You will find links to everything we do there. You'll find, if you sign up, it's only $5 a month. You get early access every week. You get priority at the Q&As, as you can see. You get 2 bonus episodes every month. And that includes early access to the video podcast as well. And all for a $5. You also get access to all of our mini-series. What's so great about the MCU? What's so great about Big Willie's flops? What's so great about Ryan Gosling? What's so great about heist movies? What's so great about... I mean, there's a bunch. 90s action, a bunch of those. But there's also, if movies aren't your bag, we talk about the most random shit ever, where we list a bunch of top 5s. We give... talk about what our perfect day looks like. We pitch each other movie ideas. It's a great time.
We make each other bespoke playlists. Like I did one hair metal one. I did my teenage tunes I was listening to, and he of course has done numerous emo.
I've tried several times to get Terry into emo by curating careful lists. And there was also a metal one, Rammstein's Du
That was
Hast
a good one, actually.
Was a proper...
We had a bit of toxicity on it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit of
maybe I'll go back and listen to it.
early 2000s metal.
Yeah, listen to a bit of that. Like. Maybe I'll do you a new metal one.
Yeah. And I'll do you something else.
Something else.
Doesn't that sound fun?
Yeah. Well, that means something else or something else.
Terry, what can they do if they don't want to do that?
Well, Andy, if they can't afford the €5 a month, they can do me one more better. Give me a rating and review. Now, Andy.
Yes, Terry.
I mentioned The Naked Gun earlier on. Do you know it has been 32 years since the last Naked Gun movie?
What?
Now, I don't want a 32-star review. That'd be insane.
It's impossible.
Yeah. But you know what I want? I want a 5-star review.
Yeah. How does he do it?
Just pick a number.
Simple as.
And then try and make your way back to 5. Big thanks to mention earlier on for a great question, and he's a great man. Neil Murray for our theme song. You can catch him over on Neil Murray Music on all the socials, or Double PE Music. He's normally gigging around Dublin, surrounding areas. Give his music a listen. It's gonna be a good time.
It's a great time. They have a new single called Monkey Paw. It is fucking delightful, if you don't mind me saying. Yeah. Thank you, Neil. Thank you to you for listening. Thank you, Terry. And
We'll see you next week.
For something else.
Yep. Goodbye.